Cinemasaurus Rex presents KAIJUMANIA.
Welcome back to Cinemasaurus Rex. I'm Rocket, and this week it's the Return of Godzilla. This is the Japanese version. I had to import this motherfucker from Hong frigging Kong. So it's obviously it's all subtitled, it's all dubbed. Japanese version, like I said, it's half Chinese, half English. So even with the subtitles on, it's Chinese subtitles followed by English subtitles. So it was a bit of an arse to watch, but I have never seen the Japanese version of this before. It did trigger my memory that I have seen the American version, but that must have been a very long time ago because I can really not remember it. Now, where this film starts off, it's almost like a horror film. It's like all these ships have been going missing. Our main guy hears about these missing ships. He finds one of the missing ships. He goes aboard. He's like, oh, what's this? Turns around the chair. It's a dead zombie corpse. And all these other like mangled and corpses. And he goes on to see there's these giant bugs. They're called sea slaters. Apparently they're only like that big in real life. But no, huge fucking, well, I can't fit. Bigger than that. Bigger. These big fuckers are roaming around and killing everyone on the ship. So among all these zombies and bugs and stuff, there is one survivor. And he's like, right mate, I'm rescuing you. Let's get back to the police station. So we get to the police station, the Kanto police station. Sounds like a Pokemon town or something like that, doesn't it? It's like, right, there's a giant monster about. I don't know what it is. I just saw a bit of glimpse of it. You need to tell the people we need to get the fuck out of here. Nothing like this has ever been seen before. So they start showing him pictures of Godzilla from the 50s. Like, he doesn't look like that by any chance, does he? It's like, oh shit, it's him. He's back. Godzilla is back. What do we do? Well, we can't tell anyone. Can't tell a soul. Well, we can't sweep this under the carpet. Have you seen the size of the fucker? We go underwater now. We're underwater. And we see this Russian submarine and all these people called Chevsky and stuff like that. Very stereotypical Russian names. And they're like, oh no, we can sense something in the sea. What is it? What is it? They fire torpedoes at it. It's still coming. Still coming. What do we do? Get the vodka out. We're fucked. Godzilla destroys the submarine. Russia find out. They're like, well, we're not happy about this. Our sub's gone down. Who were it? Well, it will probably Americans. Right, that's it. War. Nuke the bastards now. And then we go, America, like, whoa, mate, chill your bean, mate. It's not us. What are you talking about? And Japan are in the middle, like, well, fuck. I'm gonna have to say something now, aren't we? It's like, right, okay, no, look, listen, Russia, it weren't America, they didn't do it. They're innocent in this, completely innocent. It was Godzilla. They're like, oh, for fuck's sake. So now we have this big meeting. Lots of meetings in this film, by the way. They're a meeting about, well, should we nuke him? It's like, well, Russia are like, well, he attacked our ship. We should be able to fight back. Let's nuke the bastard. America are like, you know what? I don't like Godzilla. Let's nuke the bastard. And Japan are like, but hey, don't be tight on us. You know, we felt the wrath of a nuke before. Let's not be tight here. Let's not be hasty here. We've got a weapon. It's called the Super X, and it's going to destroy Godzilla. Like, alright, right, yeah, go along then, boss. We finally get some proper Godzilla action here. Godzilla emerges from the sea. These choppers and planes are coming. Should mention, no stock footage, all brand new footage. I mean, it should do, really, it's a reboot, but all these planes and shit coming. Godzilla fires them all out of the sky, and I've got to say, the Godzilla suit looks pretty badass in this film. I mean, I quite liked him at the end of the 70s, you know, against Gigan and Megalon and that suit was good too. But this suit, I was like, yeah, this is a pretty, the effects of the suit looks really well. His special effects are all fantastic in this film. It's like, really come a long way in 9 years, so Brucey bonus. So anyway, Godzilla's still killing all these planes and stuff, and he's making his way. Army have set up camp here. We've got front line all here. We've got tanks, we've got everything all ready to fire at Godzilla. So as soon as Godzilla's within proximity, they all start firing, bang, 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 trying to get him. Godzilla, with one atomic breath, he just goes across the entire line, wipes out the army, and one goes like, fucking hell. He's on it. He is on it. So he goes marching through Tokyo, you know, doing what he does, destroy shit. We then get our Super X coming in. So it's Godzilla versus the Super X. And like I said, Super X does a damn good job. What he starts off by, they fire up flares to distract Godzilla, so Godzilla looks up, he's like, hey, what's that? And as he's opening his mouth to question what it is, they fire these missiles right into his mouth. He starts, well, I'm not too sure if he's bleeding or what, because all this green goo shit starts coming out of Godzilla's mouth. And he's like, I'm not happy about this. They fire another flare up, he does it again, bang, loads of lasers in his mouth, more green shit coming out of his mouth. And at this point, we hear Godzilla's heartbeat, and it just starts slowing down, and slowing down. And then he just collapses into a building. So it looks like the Super X has kind of won. But what happened is when Godzilla was fucking the submarines up and all this shit, he accidentally launched a nuke. So there is a nuke coming to Godzilla regardless now, so Japan are like, fuck's sake, right, evacuate everyone, fucking leave Japan now, we gotta go, there's a nuke on its way. Then America are like, hold on lads, hold on, don't you worry, we'll nuke the nuke. Well, that sounds like a good idea. You nuke the nuke, lads. You nuke the nuke. So, as this Russian nuke is coming towards Earth, the American nuke comes, boom, massive explosion in the sky. The sky goes all fiery red. It's a pretty good special effect, actually. And all the sky's dark and red, and it's like, oh well, it just fucks up the weather now. So lightning starts spraying left, right and centre. And who gets the lightning? Godzilla gets the lightning. And we all know, when you're struck by lightning, you're guaranteed to make a full recovery and gain super awesome powers and become super strong. Because that's what lightning does. So naturally, it wakes Godzilla up. He's pumped up, he's full of energy. He's like Chevchelios from Crank. He's just like, rah, rah, rah. So he wakes up, he's all thingy, he sees a Super X, he's like, right, you little fucker, I am putting you down. I am putting you down, sunshine. So he starts blasting his breath through that. Super X hides behind the building, he just blasts atomic breath straight through the building, massive hole. Super X is there peeping away, it's like not doing anything. So now the flares and that shit, it's not going to work because Godzilla's just storming right at him. They don't have time for Godzilla to pause and open his mouth. Godzilla straight around him, firing his atomic breath, keeps going and going and going. Eventually the Super X is down and destroyed. So we're like, fuck, he's done everything. What can we do? Well, that's where we had our little side story that's been going on about. They're trying to find out what Godzilla's all about. How does he operate? How does he work? Saying, well, it might be like a bird, like a migrating bird, related to dinosaurs and all this business. He's not really a dinosaur, but whatever. It could be the same. So they make this giant sonar bird echoing thing to try and make him migrate, basically. So they're doing it over to a volcano, and Godzilla starts following it, and he ends up falling into this well, they blew him up into this volcano. Godzilla falls down into a volcano, and he starts screaming and screeching. It's noises that you've never heard Godzilla make before. And like all this somber music comes on, it's like, oh bloody hell. It's actually quite a sad moment here. They're like, it's like the Japanese Prime Minister starts crying. He's like, he's striking here over here, kid. He's striking his eyes out. At the end of the day, Godzilla's just an animal. He's, you know, he's not an evil man. Person, dinosaur thing. He's not evil. We have to get rid of him. He's a destructive force. So all this sad, somber music, you know, all the little violins, all that shit, and Godzilla falling in a volcano, lava spilling over him, he's melting, he's doomed, he's done. And then our credits start to roll. So, the Return of Godzilla. So, Godzilla not having a fight with anyone but the Super X. It was Godzilla's big return. It's a lot of politicalness about, oh, well, what about the nuclear war? It's kind of all this, like, a political commentary, I guess, and all this business. So, no one-on-one fight with a mother monster. Godzilla not putting his title on the line. However, it was still a decent film. I mean, it was a good show in special effects. You can see how far they've come along in 9 years. So I've got to give it a thumbs up. I've got to recommend it. As for the American version, like I say, not seen that such a long time, so I really couldn't tell you the difference. I mean, it was very story heavy, this film. Not a lot of Godzilla action in terms compared to other films. But you can kind of get past it. Because Godzilla's not fighting another monster anyway, you're not that bothered that you're not seeing him as much, and when you do see him, it seems quite special. So, not the best in the series, but special effects wise it is. Check it out, Return of Godzilla. Now, next week, we're importing a freaking DVD from America next week. It's Godzilla vs. Biollante.